because it's few and far between. It's few and far between us and California right now. But here in Motormouth Mall, well, I see you see you're rocking that three element. But that's no regular three element. That's a bad duck bucket right there. Old Phantom 309 up here in the Great Lakes with the big old wall. I'll see you, click, click.
Right there, Phantom. I found the power switch over here on the other thing, so maybe I make this a bit easier on you. Phantom, Motormouth Mall, looking up around the Great Lakes. One fat watt at a time. Right there, right now. Breaker, breaker.
Yeah, one fat watt, one watt at a time. Hey, Motormouth Mall, you sound all kinds of bodacious up here in the lakes, man. Out there. Good to hear your voice out there for sure, man. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309, up in Flint, Michigan. Wave right back.
Phantom 309 around Flint, Michigan. I tell you what, man, you definitely got hammered now. You say I sound kind of bodacious up there on your neck of the woods. I'll tell you what, that's just a Mother Nature thing. I'll take what I get there, Break.
Yeah, folks. I'll take it all day long. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Oh, that's for sure. Bobby, I'm just smoking that shit.
Hey, Phantom, check this out. I got a playback for you here. Watch this.
Yeah, folks. I'll take it all day long. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Oh, that's for sure.
Hey, Phantom, well, you're all up in here right there right now, Break. Did I hear somebody on 50 watts, sir, Break?
Yeah, that's right, Phantom. Yes, anybody on 50 watts, I'll see you. Phantom gone.
Hey, Winter Phantom, I heard you, and I heard the other station say, yeah, 10-4 or something. I didn't get it. Here, let me play it back real fast.
Anybody on 50 watts, I'll see you.
There you go. I heard somebody, then I heard Phantom in there. Hey, 309 Phantom, while you're working something big over there, your audio's bodacious. Motormouth Mall right here, right now, breaker, breaker.
Sierra Nevada mountains, man. For some reason, Michigan has a hell of a time getting it. But hopefully we can rectify that real quick. Hey, Motormouth Mall, your Phantom 309 up here in the Great Lakes, state of Michigan, with the big lakes surrounding it, got down.
10-4, now you got a hammer. Check this out. Watch this.
But hopefully we can rectify that real quick. Hey, Motormouth Mall, your Phantom 309 up here in the Great Lakes, state of Michigan, with the big lakes surrounding it, got down.
There you go right there. While you're getting more and more bodacious. Mother Nature coming around to our way of thinking, ain't no doubt about that. Phantom 309, Motormouth Mall with the playback.
I appreciate the playback. I appreciate the playback. Playback. Why do I keep saying black? Playback for sure. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Hey, John, man, I'll tell you what. You're a 10-8 operator. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Old Phantom 309, right back.
That's just a Mother Nature thing. Hey, Phantom, I ain't going to take too much credit for it. It's just a Mother Nature thing. Lord knows this little 3-element antenna ain't a whole heck of a lot, you know. It's just a 12.5-foot boom with a folded dipole-driven element and kind of a homebrew posse stub, you know, little simple 3-element, and a whole bunch of Mother Nature. I'm taking advantage of Mother Nature whenever I can. Ain't no doubt about that. And you might hear, by the way, you might be hearing 711 out there. I'll bet you if the conditions are rolling, you're going to hear 711. He ain't too far away from me as the crow flies, maybe about 250 miles. And I think he just set up a station over at his mom's place, somewhere up there around Oroville or somewhere northeast of that. Motormouth Mall right there right now, breaker, breaker.
Oh, 10 on that. Well, I appreciate you bumping it down, and I'm looking forward to hearing 711 out there too, man. See if he blast some airwaves, that's for sure. Hey, Motormouth Mall, man, I tell you what, I got a big old copy on you right now, big time. Not sure exactly where to point these beams towards Santa Maria, but man, I tell you what, Doug Tucker, you sounding good. Old Phantom 309 in the lakes, right back.
You're looking in the right general area. You got that Richter scale working over here. You're up about 7 estimates, and I think you poked up around 9 a couple times, and you got the audio working. So yeah, I think you're looking about the right direction. I'm about 150 miles north of Los Angeles, a couple hundred miles south of Frisco, and about an hour north of Santa Barbara. If you know where that is, they're great.
Yeah, 410 on that. Well, kind of working these conditions up around the Great Lakes, man. They're kind of in and out. They're kind of dipping and diving, but the pleasure's been on my end for sure, you know, if they totally dip out. But Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309, man, like I said, man, the pleasure's been on my end for sure. Old Phantom 309 with a wave right back.
Good one there, Phantom. Well, I sure do appreciate the bump down, and pleasure's likewise on my end as well, and definitely enjoyed it to a big extent out here, that's for sure. You know, you're the only station that I've heard in my radio yet all day. I've been in and out of the radio room, and I've been working out in the yard, and I've been coming in here to get tools and back and forth, you know, and I keep listening, and I keep looking at the SDR display, and there's nothing out there all day long. And I was in the house, and I had the window opened up, you know, and I heard the voices. I came out here and looked, and there you were. So you're the only thing that's rolled up in here all day long to break.
410 on that. All right there, Motormouth Mall. Well, I'll tell you what, I got to get while the getting's good. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309, saying 73 is Big Cat, and hopefully everybody's well and swell down that way. Take care around Santa Maria. This is 223. Old Phantom 309 up here around Flint, Michigan with a wave right back.
Super there, Phantom 309. You take care, 7 threes, and blessings and good graces around your place. Hope everything's all well and stays that way around your neck of the woods. Ain't no doubt about that. Phantom 309, Motormouth Mall, working this Cobra 29, one fat watt at a time. Right there, right now. I'm back out.
Right there, right now, and you're back out. Right there, right now. That's all I gotta say. Man, I'll tell you what, your audio is top notch, and that's a badass station out that way. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309 with a wave right back.
Sure, yeah, we're cruising this thing. We're doing about 125% positive peaks. We've got a whole bunch of average positive percentage of modulation. We've got a few extra little processors in line, kind of messing around with the audio, playing around with some psychoacoustics, trying to make it sound a little bit bigger and bolder than it really does, and all that kind of good stuff there, and still trying to sound clean. So kind of a hard combination to try to reach. No doubt about that. Hello to everybody in the room also, by the way, on Pal Talk. Not Pal Talk, YouTube. I see Cruz, Popcorn, Todd, Warren, man, everybody. Looks like Brian roll up in there, Caleb. Man, I tell you what, it's rock and rolling out here on YouTube. All right, there, take care of 7 threes, Phantom 309, Motormouth Mall waving and stepping. I'm back on the side, reading on the smell. Breaker.
Absolutely. Pleasure's been on my end. All right there, John. I'll tell you what, you sound bodacious. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309. I don't know what I sound like over there in California, but Doug Fugger, you sounding bodacious up here in the Great Lakes. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Pleasure on my end. 73's Big Cat, Phantom 309, rocking the mall up here in the lakes with a wave. I'll see ya.
Well, I'll tell you how you sounded. You sounded mighty bodacious. Hey, Phantom 309. You sounded mighty bodacious out here. Let's see if I can do it.
Pleasure's been on my end. All right there, John. I'll tell you what, you sound bodacious. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Old Phantom 309. I don't know what I sound like over there in California, but Doug Fugger, you sounding bodacious up here in the Great Lakes. Hey, Motormouth Mall. Pleasure on my end. 73's Big Cat, Phantom 309, rocking the mall up here in the lakes with a wave. I'll see ya.
There you go, right there, right now. Breaker.
I just heard that playback right there, and I thought somebody else played it back. But all right there, Motormouth Mall. Y'all Y'all take care easy and take them care down that way for sure. Old Phantom got down. Great Lakes. I'll see ya.
10-4, Big Hammer, take care. And hello, in 73, sir, mi Cologancia in Mexico. Hey, Cruz, hope you're having a good day out there. Motormouth Mall waving and stepping.
Hold 10 on that. We'll see you, Motormouth Mall.
We'll see you. Take care, 7-3s. Bye, 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 bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hello, Motormouth Mall.
223, I heard you in New York, and I heard somebody else calling Motormouth Mall. I think they said they call you 8-Ball. I'm not sure. I don't know if I got that all the way here. Let me check it out.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Hang on here.
Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hello, Motormouth Mall.
I didn't get that. I heard somebody calling Motormouth Mall, and I heard a 223, I believe, in New York. Motormouth Mall right there, right now. Break.
Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hello, Motormouth Mall. Oh, 727. They call me Animal up here on the lakes, and I want to wave one more time.
No, 727 Animal. I got Chip in there that time around. Check it out.
Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hello, Motormouth Mall. Oh, 727, they call me Animal up here on the lakes, and I want to wave one.
There you go, 727 Animal around the lakes radio station, Motormouth Mall, trying to get on back to bring.
Hey, Ted,
Yeah, he's not too far from me there, Motormouth Mall.
Good, sound good. No doubt about it, man. Wish I could do it back. Oh, Animal, just waving your four fingers in the thumb, man. Wish I could video it. You got me on the gate, but anyway, wish I could do it back, because you're sounding good up here, too. Oh, Animal, up here around the capital of Michigan. Stand by.
Good for their Animal, all right, sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what, their Animal, you're definitely doing a good job from the capital of Michigan. Appreciate the bump down in the world of sound, and yeah, I tell you what, man, no pain, no strain. It's always good to put a grin on your chin there, get somebody out there, let them hear themselves out there in the world of sound, and glad you made it up in my radio for me to be able to do that for you. Okay, one more time, Animal, take care of 7-3s, and here's one more playback for you.
Not too far from me there, Motormouth Mall.
Good, sound good. No doubt about it, man. Wish I could do it back. Oh, Animal, just waving your four fingers in the thumb, man. Wish I could video it. You got me on the gate, but anyway, wish I could do it back, because you're sounding good up here, too. Oh, Animal, up here around the capital of Michigan. Stand by.
There you go, Animal, right there, right now, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast, got down.
That you did, man.
That's definitely the West Coast beast right there.
That's all right.
Hey, what's going on?
Shooting star with a little bit of juice, no doubt about it. Hopefully, that's the sound all the time. That'd be awesome. But we know our conditions are anyway. But all right, Motormouth Mall, I appreciate hearing myself, no doubt about it, man. You have a super program down there. No doubt about it. It's here, and Animal, we're gonna stand by and copy the mail.
All right, there, Animal. Yeah, Mother Nature, you know, she dips and dabs and flips and flops and bucks and weaves and shucks and jives. You never know where she's going to go from time to time. That's for doggone sure. So, anyway, we'll take what we get when we get what we get. Animal, take care of some of the 3s. Motormouth Mall stepping right there, right now.
And you know that's right. Stepping. But, yep, working great. Oh, yeah, we're going. Oh, no doubt about it. Shoot. Oh, Animal with my little radio, and I'm standing by.
I don't know about little radio. That sounds like a big radio to me. Hey, Animal.
That's right. And that's right, Stepping. But, yep, working great. Oh, yeah, we're going. Oh, no doubt about it. Shoot. Oh, Animal with my little radio, and I'm standing by.
There you go, Animal with the little radio. Didn't sound too little on this end. Motormouth Mall stepping. I got down.
Roger D, gosh. I love it. I got out here on somebody else's channel, so I better.
He's gonna have to get a couple extra Kleenexes, Sultan.
Oh, I don't think they got. Oh, I don't have nothing. I just went back in the back station, but 309 is not too far from, man. He's a big dog in town.
Oh, 309 definitely got a big old hammer over that Phantom. He got a great big old hammer out here, and then tell you what, he broke the silence over here today. It was real, like I said, it was real quiet all day today. There wasn't a doggone thing out there, not a lick of skip, nothing. And he done broke the silence, so I appreciate that. Motormouth Mall stepping right there, right now, Brady.
We're still in here hanging tight there, Motormouth Mall. We just listen to my friend 727 get back after you. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Phantom got down. I'll see you.
10-4 there, Phantom. I'll be listening, read the mail, see what else Mother Nature does out here on my neck of the woods. I wonder what happened to 223 out there on New York there, Brady.
He got back quiet. I'll see you.
Well, you know, I try to let everybody talk. I don't like to jump in on conversations and stuff like that. I just get out here and listen. Maybe when it's my turn, I can get out here and say something once in a while.
Ain't no point in waiting. You gotta just jump in there. Don't be shy. Drop that hammer from time to time. Motormouth Mall stepping.
Well, I'm not big enough to just walk up and step, you know. I'm just a little puny mud dog out here in the country. And he's a big dog in town. He gets it all, and gets it all, and he gets it all.
Worked.
Exactly.
Well, I ain't no monster either, you know. I mean, I might have a little bit of audio, but I haven't got that great big old carrier, big old hammer yet. The big antenna's still laying on the ground. The amplifier's not turned on. I mean, I'm just waddling in the mud out here, Brady.
Well, I'll tell you what, while you're waddling around in mud, you're sounding bodacious. But, man, I'll tell you what, you get that beast put back up in the air. I tell you what, Doug Parker, don't forget about Phantom 309 and 727 up here in the Great Lakes, man. And I tell you what, that Doug Parker is stroking.
10-4. Well, if all goes well, I should be up in the cherry patch over there. I should pick up another couple or 3 S units, maybe 3. If everything all goes as planned. So it should go up in the right direction there before long, there, break.
Yeah, 410 on that. 410 on that for sure. I'm going to get over here and
waving.
Like I said, man, pleasure on my end, you know, again. And hopefully everything goes well with that badass antenna project you got going on. Old Phantom 309. Old Phantom 309, Flint, Michigan, got down.
Yeah, I tell you what there, Phantom. I'll tell you what, you know, I was all ready to go and putting it together. You got all the elements cut, you know, everything's all the right length, everything's all good, and then I realized that the center support for the side fly wires had to move forward about 5 feet, 6 feet, something like that. And when I took it apart to move it, I realized that it weighed more than I wanted it to weigh. I mocked up the antenna, anticipating that center fly wire section was going to weigh a particular amount. And I wanted the antenna to maintain some facsimile of balance, you know, weight-wise. And so I decided to take away that bracket altogether. You know, it was a fiberglass spreader with some metal things on the end and some cross stuff and all that. Anyway, I took that all off, and I got a piece of 1/8-inch wall thickness, 2-inch diameter aluminum. And that's super strong in itself, all by itself, without having to do any reinforcement. And I cut it to the right length to be an element, and I drilled holes in the end of it. And so all my Philistrand is going to go through the tip of it. And that way I can adjust the fly wires and not have any metal brackets whatsoever at the tip of it. So the actual bracket that holds the fly wires will actually be an element. And it's funny, when I did that, I picked up a little bit of gain and a tad bit of bandwidth on the upper frequencies. So I kind of won in every direction there, Brady.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. You never cease to amaze me, and that's absolutely awesome how that all that whole beast, that hell, the old 96-footer. Hell, the old 96-footer ain't gonna hold a candle to the new duck pucker, but my God, man, I wish I had a little ounce of your knowledge there, Tenfold.
10-4, well, I give that stuff away for free there. I give that away for free. What you think, there, Brady?
Well, I'm actually trying to design a 6-element optimized, but long story short, there was another character that was involved, and he's like, well, maybe I'll call Motor Mouth Mall, and I'm like, you know what, maybe, but hell, I'm just running a 5-element Mako with a vacuum right now. Just did away with that game altogether, you know what I mean? And I'm looking to design something different, you know?
10-4, well, I just designed a pretty quick and simple little 6-element. It's pretty broad-banded. Yesterday, a guy called up. I'll leave him nameless. There's that rumbling out there. Oh, Jackie must be home. This microphone picks up a lot of low-frequency energy. Hear that rumbling? That's her car out front. Should shut off before long. Or was it an airplane? Was it a launch? Let's see. Oh, it's either a fire bomber or a Allegiant Airlines. It'll dissipate here before long. Anyway, there it goes. Now it's back again. Anyway, yeah, somebody sent me some specs for an antenna that was designed by somebody else, and I ran the specs on my stuff, and it's like, ugh, this is horrible. Well, in playing around, one thing led to another, and I stumbled across what I thought was actually a pretty cool little 6-element design. So it was like on 40 feet, 6 elements on 40 feet, and it was like 1.6 to 1 at the far extremes, you know, and it was just a pretty impressive little antenna design. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, it was a cool design.
Yeah, copy that, and that's what I'm looking for out here. You know, I can't freestand anything out this way, and I'm about 43 foot to the boom right now on my 5-element. I'm just looking for like a 6-element optimized. You know, hell, I'm only running like 600 coax. You know, on my stuff right now. You know, I ain't got nothing gigantic. You know what I mean? You know, I may be running 1,000 burn to you right now.
Well, it's a whole bunch more than I'm doing. I think I'm doing 160 birds in the wire right now. When you say optimized, now, what are you trying to optimize, sir?
Well, you see all these like moron maids, you know, where they got the driven element, you know, close to the reflector, and then the third director, you know, right in line, you know, kind of real close with that. I didn't know what that gained or lost, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm running a Mako, you know, on Mako stock specs, but just tuned in right on 28, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I still don't know what you want to optimize. When you say optimized antenna, what characteristic is it that you want to optimize?
Well, I will say this, that my antenna does talk out the backside as well as it does on the front side. It seems at times. I would like, you know, a little tighter back end and a little more forward gain. I don't know if that means lengthening the antenna, or what I mean, by the boom. You know what I mean? As far as element spacing, I'm kind of confused on the whole deal. I'm not a big old antenna builder by no means, but just want a little bit more performance, I guess.
10-4, okay. Yeah, when you optimize an antenna, you can optimize gain and get maximum gain, but when you do that, you throw away bandwidth. And you can optimize front-to-back ratio, but oftentimes when you do that, you throw away forward gain. You can optimize bandwidth, and you can maintain gain if you have a long enough boom and enough elements. Optimization is a funny thing. You can, if you got a backdoor requirement to really knock out somebody behind you, adjacent channel, that's one thing. But see, that's just a spec. And if you look at, like, for example, Quick Aggie Pro or Quick Aggie 4, and you design an antenna and it has a back door that's really, really good, let's say it's 50. Well, the problem is that's what the back door is. But what about 10 or 15 or 20 degrees to either corner? Well, then you can have a big old lobe on either corner and still have a 108 back door, you know what I mean? So you really got to that's not really a parameter you want to look at. You might want to look at the overall pattern. So pattern is one thing if you want to optimize that. Gain is another thing, but you have to give up pattern unless you make the whole thing bigger and add more elements. So it's a funny thing. That whole optimized thing is funny. And then the hot feed versus gamma versus hairpin and all that whole gambit, that's a funny argument too. People say, I'm going to get rid of that doggone gamma match because it eats up power. Well, to get 50 ohms plus or minus J0 at your feed point, you have to jerry your element spacing around to get that, which means automatically you can't stretch your elements out to get the gain that you wanted. So you have to sacrifice gain. The gain that you lose is far greater than the little small 3 or 5% of power lost in the matching network. So you're better off running a matching network and dialing the antenna in for the gain and the pattern that you want. So anyway, that's my take on it there. I suppose we could get farther into it, but to try to keep it simple over the air, that's the best thing I can do right there, Brayton.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the info for sure. Like I said, I just, instead of the vacuum tuner, instead of the gamma match, I'm just running a vacuum tuner, just another, capacitor up there. You know what I mean? It's just easier to dial in, unless I want to do what you're doing, I guess, I don't know, man. I don't know what the best, optimal output, for the watts that I'm running, is for my station, you know what I mean? I mean, not to sound like a fucking mole, but,
Yeah, 10-4. Well, I'd be more than happy to give you the specs that I came up for the 6 element. It's pretty impressive. And, I think it was like 10.7 dB gain, and people say, oh, that ain't nothing. I can get a Joe gun that has 26 dB gain and audio gain. But 10.7 on 40 feet's not too horrible. Would be happy with the pattern and everything. So anyway, if you're looking to build your own antenna, it's based on 1-inch elements. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. It's based on half-inch. It's based on Mako elements. 5/8 inch going down to half-inch, I think, based on Mako elements with a 2-inch boom. So you have to put some fly wires in there and all that. You have to come up with a mechanical design yourself, but yeah, it's a pretty good little antenna.
Well, it sounds amazing, but if you don't mind a phone call from me, it's not going to be tonight for sure, but just to kind of just a little bit.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, shoot me an email and drop your phone some pictures of the measurements and specs of the antenna and send them to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fantastic.
10-4. Yeah, it's. I was really impressed with it. It came up by accident. Well, I got into it by accident. I was actually trying to do something different. But what I was trying to do wasn't working, and I was like, screw this. I'm seeing some positive results over here, so I went a different direction. And was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything you get out over the airwaves, no doubt. You know what I mean? But no, I was just trying to do something different and try to build my own thing over here. And I don't know, maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe I just stick with what I'm running. I don't know, man. I just, I really like to tinker with this stuff, but I really don't know what I'm doing with antenna stuff at all. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, do I have field strength meters? How do I know what I'm doing?
If you build the antenna accurately and you make it from known good plans, then you don't need a field strength meter. You're not going to try to move elements around and build an antenna by doing it that way. A lot of guys think, well, that's all great. Well, maybe it is if you're looking at gain on one particular channel, but you'll never get the the antenna right everywhere. It's hard to beat a computer. But all you need is a good analyzer. Even if you have like an MFJ 259, I just got a Rig Expert. I'm going to be looking forward to using my Rig Expert. And I was thinking about getting one of these other ones from Banggood.com or something like that, but I don't know. I got the Rig Expert and I put it up against several other meters, and it's accurate, it's nice. I like the mechanical, lightweight, low battery consumption. The whole thing is just a really cool thing. Anyway, so get yourself a little analyzer and build the antenna and make sure you tune it at the height that you're going to talk on it on. And you'll be happy with it. And I think this 6 element that I came up with is an awesome antenna. I mean, if I wasn't dedicated to running this big old long monster that I'm building and all that, I would probably run this thing. So I'd be happy with it.
Well, I'll tell you, I appreciate that for sure. And I would be interested in California, the 6 element, Yeah, it sounds amazing, and
back on the west side, I guess California.
Man, good Lord, it's all knowledge. But hey, Motormouth Mall, I gotta get out of here, dude. I'm gonna tell you, because it's a different time in California than it is up here. Good Lord, it's 9:58, but hey, Motormouth Mall, I appreciate it for sure. And we'll definitely be in contact with you for sure.
All right there, Phantom. Sounds good. Well, look forward to it. And, I can always try to work on it a little bit better and even make the back door a little bit better, see if I can do that without sacrificing any bandwidth or any gain. But as it is now, it's a pretty doggone kick-ass antenna. So, all right, we'll catch you later on. 7-3, have a good evening. Yeah, it's going to be almost 10 o'clock there now. So I'll get back on the side, let you get back to what you got to do on that end. I heard somebody else trying to call me, but actually, I don't know if they were calling me or not. They were calling California. So I'll get back on the side and read the mail. Take care. 7-3 is Phantom, Motormouth Mall, 7.
All right there, Motormouth Mall, old Phantom 309 up here in the lakes, trying to step. But anyway, appreciate the conversation for sure. All right.
Check.
Because it's been a while, but never been like this. Hey, Motormouth Mall, old Phantom 309 in the lakes. The mouth up north, I'll see you.
10-4, check. All right, we'll catch you later. Have a good evening time. And enjoy when this YouTube video stops, you'll hear yourself all up on here. You're eating this doggone gate up pretty good. What's the time on here? I think we're ending this part of the gate at roughly 34 minutes. So you've had about 34 minutes of my water gate here to break.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, where do I go for that Watergate? I wasn't even really paying attention to that. You know, I usually don't. Oh, 445 out Mississippi does that for me, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just broadcasting, man. I just let it be known. But yeah, Todd Thompson. If you look it up on Facebook, I think I'm friends with you.
J4. Yeah, 0445 Radio Man does a wonderful job. But yeah, if you go to YouTube and just do a search for MMM Video Gates, MMM Video Gates.